All right, a couple things came in the mail today. One is this, like I needed another radio. It's a broken radio, of course. I don't like to buy good radios, of course, so I can fix them. This is a very nice radio. I used to have a Yaesu FT990, which is a much bigger radio than this one, but kind of the same vintage, kind of the same quality. This radio probably sold for $1,300 new, so it's not a cheap radio. It was listed pretty cheap, and it didn't sell, and the guy relisted it, and I made him an offer that was way too low, and he took it. So $250. So and it works, sort of. It seems to function perfectly up to 21 megahertz, and then above 21 megahertz it doesn't work at all. So the way that these work is they have direct digital synthesis. They have two of those in there. Then they have a phase lock loop. The phase lock loop has 4 different bands that it operates on, and so it mixes a local VO. So there's a VCO for 4 different bands that covers the entire 0 to 30 megahertz. The very last band is 21 megahertz to 30 megahertz. So obviously that's the VCO that's broken. It could be a really, really simple fix. So anyway, but these days the sunspots are so bad that I'm not going to operate above 21 megahertz anyway. So only the 24 megahertz and 29 megahertz bands aren't functional on the radio. So someday maybe I'll get around to fixing it, but I could not pass it up. It was just way too good of a deal to get. Okay, so but let me show you what else came in the mail. I've been having some conversations with Doug over at Retro Depot. Doug's the guy who did this board, which I hope to get working someday. I purchased a board from him. He purchased a board from me. I gave him an extra board, so he gave me some extra boards. I got the better end of the deal. So let's see what he gave me. Oh my goodness. He gave me 4 boards. Wow. Wow. I don't know what these are. So let's take a look at the big one. Yes. Let's take a look at the big one. Of course I have to figure out how to open this. It says, while I'm ripping things open here, a ZX Spectrum. Whoa, very cool. The ZX was like a little Casio computer. Wow. Gold board. Very, very nice. ZX Spectrum Superfo Harlequin Rev G. Wow. Looks like it's got lots of memory. Looks like it's got dynamic memory. So maybe 64K of dynamic memory down here or something. I don't know. Wow, very cool. I'll have to investigate that. That looks super cool. Big cutout here. That's interesting. Don't know why there would be a big cutout. Maybe it fits inside a case or something. Very cool. Yeah. Thanks, Doug. All right. Let's take a look at the next one. This is like Christmas. Everything's packaged up. That's right. This looks like a I don't remember the name of these things. They were very popular back in the late 80s. There's a bus. I don't remember the name of the bus, but there's a big connector. There's a right angle connector that goes here, and it goes onto a bus. Very popular here and in Europe. And I've read about this board. I believe It is the precursor to the Zeta board, if I'm right. I think it's a single board Z80. It's the N8 VEM, November 8, Victor Echo Rome, Victor Echo M. What's M? Forget. Anyway, Montana. Yeah, very nice. Very nice layout of the board. That's pretty cool. I think the functionality of this board, though, is very similar to the Zeta board, if I'm right. And then, oh dear, this one is not wanting to get out. I think this is a piggyback board of some kind. Alright, so this is a lot of prototyping. And there's a place for a micro SD card. And does it go onto this one? Yes, I think it might. I think this is the daughter card for this one. So it picks up the it picks up the Z80 bus here and adds a micro SD memory, and I guess it copies up the parallel. Yeah, it just brings up a copy of the parallel lines, so you can access them since the board's on top. Otherwise, you could have just routed it off, I guess, but that's pretty cool. Neat. So now I've got a complete set for that. And then there's this mysterious card. Don't know what this is, but it says so right on it. It is a simple GAL programmer for the 22V10, 22V8, and the 16V8. Looks like it uses a parallel port, TB25 or serial port. How's it wired up? Maybe serial. Yeah, it's probably serial to some shift registers. 595, 595, those are shift registers. So if you don't have one of those programmers, the TL488 or something like that, the programmer that I have, you could use a card like this. So that's pretty nice. All right. Anyway, lots of stuff in the mail today. And thanks again to Doug over at Retro Depot. And hope to see some of this stuff on his page. And if you haven't gone to his page, please do. And please go buy some stuff from him.